There I slipped. Basically, the slipping has been my biggest problem right now. So it's how I finish off a line. Was that an eye? That engraver looks like it needs an eye. I see. And the engraver will soon see too. What will it see? Who knows? Where are the eyes? Let me get my box here. I see. So let me. So what do you see? You see here this side, right? So maybe I can put it on here. Maybe a small one so it's not in the way. I don't think you will be able to see it. Do you see anything of the engraver? Maybe here, like here on the side. No, that doesn't want to stick because it's been in the dust. It's been in the dust. Hi, married with Spawn. How are you? No, it just doesn't want to stick. Okay, I think I managed to stick it on. We will see how long it stays. If it falls off immediately, I will redo it in a different spot. If it stays, wonderful. You need to lurk. Oh, 1:30 a.m. Yeah, of course. Thank you very much for being here. You have gotten yourself, thankfully, but your benchmate did it at school. Oh, you mean with the engraver things? Makes you keep your hand lower. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly um what I was talking. I actually also had an accident with an engraver at some point. Um we were learning some settings in school. Oh, I keep sliding away. And I was working with German silver, which is actually just brass without silver, but with nickel. And it's very hard, and I was kind of using a lot of force, and it was an ouchie. I do not recommend. And since then, I kinda was scared to use them. But now with the ball vise, I feel more secure, thankfully. So it's a little bit easier to do. Just with 2 fingers, so you can see that. By the way, married with Spawn, do you like my solution to the magnification that I have? As in, I have a loop that magnifies everything, makes everything 10 times more magnificent than it is. Mm. Yeah, you see, that's why I need practice. It's fine. You're happy if it helps you. Super glue it. Hi, Snorri. Touch the thermal lock. Here, for torching the thermal lock. Knocked on wood. Don't tell me to torch my thermalog! Oh my god. You knew it will happen. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I guess I will never become as good as you. I actually had like a metric ton of questions about what I should do next. That's very unfortunate. Don't start at the start. I didn't start at the start. Actually, didn't start at the start. Nope. I also didn't end at the end, so there we go. Mm, there we go. Ask your lawyer. Ah, this is everything is fine. Do you have any advice against slipping? Just try to not tilt it too much or just do not slip. It's really hard not to slip the most of the time because your angle gets too low at the end of the push. You need to move the whole hand, not just the fingers. Yeah, that could be it. I feel that I slip the most when basically I hit the plate with my fingers here. Well, and in the beginning when I just started out. Near the end to help stop, but will that not change the thickness of the line? Probably not that much. Okay, thank you. If I see Snorri answer in the chat before the question, either Snorri's, yeah, I think your connection may be a bit behind. I had that once with, well, not only once, sometimes you have that with the streams. Twitch being Twitch and all. Twitch twitching. Have here sharp, sharp thingy. Your light. Your speed. Your light. Like, you like putting on brakes? Mm, I understand. So you kind of put on, do it as a kind of break in the end. The question feel okay. And by the way, question of feel. I don't know if you know, but I had to do like an examination so that I can actually teach apprentices, which I can. I am allowed to by law. And
Hi
the
there.
answer, you feel it, was an automatic fail. Like if your apprentice asks you something and you say, oh, you will feel it after time, automatic failure in the examination. Raise it very slightly. You don't want to raise a bead. I want to raise all the beads. I want to raise them and train them as an army. I will tell them I love them every day. Hello, Yarnia. Thank you very much. Um, let's do this thing here. We'll start with this one. Designed by Joe, is also a fellow goldsmith, fairly new to streaming, is working right now on his affiliate, the viewer thingy. Oh, magical! 25 stars. I become like no darkness stands before me. You're without shade. No shady business. Except hides. I I mean, Joe, I think you're doing good. This thing gives me anxiety today. And I know why. You're on your own. Yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine. This is exactly why it is important, because I went here over the side, but it went beside my hand, and I can tell you that I felt that as I was starting the line. No, the holder is actually right side down right now, so it does not slip as much. Because I'm done with its shit. There is a, oh, that's a bead here. Okay. You can put some double-sided type in the holder temporarily. Yeah, I probably could. I think this is a little bit better though, because it still allows me to move it a little bit, so I can kind of adjust it. Um, but it doesn't slip anymore. Yeah, yeah, always position your hand so that it cannot be poked. That's right. You can see that I'm nervous now. Mm. I think tomorrow I will do a few more exercises, probably, just on my own. This is very uncomfortable though. If you're not bleeding, there is no process. I have already made that process. I would like to not make it anymore. Like, thank you, but no thank you. Also, if I ever do stab myself so that I bleed, I will not be showing it on camera. First of all, that's not a thing that I would ever like to see from any of the streamers that I follow. So it's very much a personal preference. But also, I think Twitch would probably very much dislike it. Would I have to flag my stream then as gore and violence? The Dutch phrase in your judo teacher used to say pain is fine and blood is good, which sounds better in Dutch because then it rhymes, but it's, well, yeah, that's kind of like very um, questionable thing to say. But it looks on purpose, yeah.
Nee, 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 pass mal auf. Nee, nee.
I'll do this. You cannot see what I'm doing. Whoop! I dropped you. I'm very sorry. I promise I will try not to do it again. Questionable. Let's make it intentional, exactly. Just fake it till you make it. Yeah, it made a very, let me see. Ooh, setting sticks. They look like a little bit like, yeah, they look really cool. They look a little bit like a stick with a bunch of metal on the end. They are pretty. My first, the first time I learned setting was at school, and basically, I didn't know what to say. It looks like a stick. It's beautiful. I don't know if it's comfortable, but it is indeed beautiful. Yeah, the first time I learned setting, I was basically at school. And the thing is, here, if you're an apprentice in a workshop, you still have to go to the school for theory and stuffs. And one of the main differences between an apprenticeship in school and an apprenticeship in a shop is that in the school you have to buy all of your own tools, whereas in a shop they have to provide you with tools. And I was taking the setting classes. Um, the first lesson was how to bezel set. We also needed the engravers for this, but what we also needed was a pitch stick, which is basically what Snorri has done. And in our class, we had a few pitch sticks um, that were for people who basically do not have a pitch stick. And I swear one of them was just a broken leg from a table or something. It was super heavy. And when you put pitch on it, it looked like a very interesting male organ. So I just spend my time sitting there and laughing at it. Baffle them with bullshit. Yeah, basically. And that's yeah, that's the vibe. Well, I don't know. It really looked like that, sadly. Probably had to do also that a setting was already in there. And, hi Cadence, how are you? Oh, let me do the next one. So, if you like content with metal, then Married with Spawn is also a good place to visit. He is also a goldsmith, so we do indeed have a goldsmithing community here. We are few, but I really like our small community. So, follow him, visit him, bugger him to stream more, do more, keep him company. Streaming not on break. Okay. I don't exactly understand what that means, but I guess I support you no matter what. We'll try to shout out all of our friends. Ah, so you are streaming right now, but you're on break. I see. I understand. I'll give you a shout out too in just a second. Yeah. Oh. So moving quite nicely along. You can see I have here with the wings, I have a few lines that I went way over. So Cadence is a crafting streamer. He does a lot of very neat pins with shrink plastic. And he also does some rugs and talks about life in general. There we go. I hope I summed it up well. There are always way to correct engraving mistake, but not super clean. Better than big error. Of course. To making a lapping plate. Shrink plastic. Yeah, do you know what shrink plastic is? It's pretty amazing. So basically what you do is you have a piece of plastic and you print an image on it, or you can actually also draw an image on it. And like when it's in the large state, and then you can put heat on it and it shrinks. And this makes your design pop and basically also smaller and thicker. And what Cadence does afterwards is he puts some, how should I call it, some UV resin on it and attaches like pins and earrings and stuff like that to it. So it gives you a lot of creative design, like creative